I invite you to close your eyes and we'll begin by attuning the body, preparing the body to practice and meditate. It's very good if the feet are flat on the ground, if you're seated in the chair. Our spine and the neck are pointing up toward the ceiling. And then the next step in the practice is just to observe our everyday breath. Is the breath heavy? Is it light? Feeling the flow of air in through the nose, into the body, back out. Very often, our everyday breath is quite shallow. Today, we'll be working with a water element. So I invite you to move into the water breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. It's a regular inhale through the nose and a bit of a more of an emphasis on the exhale. Letting comfort be our guide. And at the same time, deepening the breath. With every breath, perhaps feel a deeper, full belly breath. More of an exhale and a flexing of the stomach muscles on the exhale with every exhale. I invite you to put one hand over the belly. And then I invite you to put the other hand over the heart. The heart becomes the center of our attention while we meditate. We continue to breathe fully. And it's as if with every breath, the heart is nourished more and more. It may even feel as though we're breathing in and out from the physical heart. After all, it does sit between the lungs. It's at this step that we begin to feel, if we can, the heartbeat, any signs of the heartbeat, any signs of the circulation across the body, the pulse, the echo of the heartbeat, or even the heartbeat directly. It's just such a magnificent feeling to sense the pulsation of the heartbeat and the breath together. This is why it's called heart rhythm meditation. Our theme, our theme today is the partner. The partner. So let's see what arises in us, what we feel in our practice with this theme of the partner. And so now we'll go into the water element meditation and attunement, if you haven't so already. On the inhale, this is a practice of the vertical dimension of the heart. And so on the inhale, we breathe infinitely upward. There's no limitation up above, beyond the stars, beyond infinity, beyond the highest heavens. There's no limit. And then on the exhale, what descends down is a very, very pure form of love. Love itself as water. So the water is poured down like rain or a waterfall. The water breath, like all four elements, is a purification practice. And so let's begin by feeling the waters washing and purifying us, revivifying us. So we can feel, the water is pouring upon the top of the head, and then maybe the ears, the hair, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Sense of taste in the mouth, down the neck and throat. And then the water is poured down, purifying and revivifying shoulders, the chest, the arms, the fingers, down the spine, purifying the organs, the belly, of course, the heart. And then further down, the procreative centers, the glutes, the legs, bones, even our toes. Purifying, revivifying us with pure love. And then perhaps the water is poured even further down, down into the earth, down beyond infinity into the heart of the earth. And we become vessels that connect heaven to earth. And then we turn to the water is pouring back into the heart. And the heart just becomes more and more pure, filled with love, pure divine love. And the waters go exactly where they need to go, just like the waters of nature, from the clouds down to the mountain tops, down to all the different streams and rivers collect and pool, eventually to the ocean. The water knows, the love knows where it needs to go with every breath. There's also the upper dimension of the heart on the inhale, where on the inhale, as the heart lifts up, we touch our ideals far above, infinitely above, up in the heavens, exists our ideal self, perfect, pure, untouched. And there lies all these ideals that we wish to bring and manifest here to earth. So we can touch them with this practice. And it's just like a breath of fresh air, a breath of the heavens, the airs of the heavens. Pure Vilayat said, actually, well, Pure Vilayat said we can be like the angels. We have that inheritance, all of us. It's our divine inheritance. This is one way. And then as that pure love pours down into the heart, it's just so restorative. It's a deep healing until we just become love itself. Our hearts are filled with love, with divine, pure love. It's the love that created all the stars, created every speck of the whole creation. Love that sprouts every blade of grass. Just fill our hearts with it, and fill our hearts with it. I invite you to just check in where we are now compared to the beginning of the practice. Feeling our feet on the ground, feeling ourselves held by the chair. I invite you to return back to the everyday breath. Feel like you can wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Oh, I think we all know each other here pretty well. You're all doing well tonight. I invite you to close your eyes. We're tracing the same steps as before. So we provide the body with any necessary attention, adjusting our posture. Returning back to the water breath. Then, you can place your hand on the belly and the heart, deeply feeling the breath, the inhale, the exhale, and the heartbeat. And then just like before, we'll begin working with or playing with the vertical dimension of the heart. Where on the inhale, we breathe up far above without limitation, up to the very pure, pure and angelic. And then breathe down love, purity. The water is poured down into the heart, energizing the heart. And I invite you to imagine someone in front of you, someone that we can sit with in partnership. And usually the heart knows who this person should be. And there is a practice called a partner practice, where our inhale and our exhale ebbs and flows between our heart and their heart. Sometimes we call it a bridge between our heart and their heart. On the left side, we inhale from the left side of their heart, and then we form a circle where on The right, again with a water breath. We breathe from our heart to their heart. It can be done in the physical, often holding hands as well. So now I'll put on our piece of music for tonight. Thank you.